Here is the single most expensive misunderstanding in automotive software. Not chips, not tariffs, not China. A misreading, and almost everyone in the industry is holding it right now. Teams think ASPICE is their life cycle. It is not. ASPICE is an assessment model, a 130-page instrument for measuring the capability of a process. It describes outcomes, things an assessor expects to see evidence of. It does not, anywhere, tell you to hold 14 alignment meetings. It doesn't tell you to write pseudocode before real code. It doesn't tell you to maintain the same requirement in 5 tools. It never asked for any of that. Think about the last 2 episodes. The 6-week 2-line fix. The spreadsheet with 200 plus items, blocked by quality, none of it was ordered by the standard, all of it was built in its name. But hand an engineering organization a 130-page model and say comply with this. And a very human thing happens. They read a measuring stick as a build manual. They take every expected outcome and construct an enormous, literal, manual process to produce a matching document for each one. The assessment model becomes the blueprint. And because nobody wants to be the one who underbilled and failed the audit, the process only ever grows. Nobody ever got fired for adding a review gate. So the gates accumulate like sediment, year after year, program after program, until the process is bigger than the product. Your life cycle is not a V. The V model is a slice, a way of thinking about verification. Requirements down one side, tests up the other. Your actual life cycle is a loop. Integrate, deliver, learn, repeat. ASPICE lives inside that loop as one concern among many. It is not the loop itself. When you mistake the V for your entire way of working, you freeze a living. Iterating product organization into a one-directional waterfall, and then you act surprised when it can't keep up with companies that never made that mistake. The V was supposed to be a way of thinking. We turned it into a way of living. And here's the part that's genuinely liberating once it clicks. If ASPICE only specifies outcomes, then you are free to satisfy those outcomes any way you like. Lean, automated, native to the tools your engineers already use. The bloat was never mandatory. You are allowed to design a process that produces the required evidence with almost no manual overhead because the standard cares about the evidence, not about how much you suffer to produce it. Read the model again with that lens and it changes color. It stops being a stack of obligations and becomes a list of outcomes you're free to hit as cheaply as you can. So here's the test. Done wrong, ASPICE suffocates engineering. Done right, it's lean. Same 130 pages, same assessor, same outcomes. The difference is entirely in whether you treated it as a ruler or a religion. A ruler measures what you built. A religion tells you how to live. ASPICE was always the ruler. We're the ones who knelt. The standard was never the enemy. The misreading was, your documentation should work for you instead of you working for the documentation. Next, follow the money who profits from the pain and the $40 million that bought nothing.